Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, organics of all ages, Double R here, and today we're going to talk about the alternate universe, the original character, and then the second version of original character as a definition. And we are going to have a fun little rant about this. Well, not really a fun little rant because I don't understand how the hell this is even happening. But you're probably wondering why there's a picture on here as opposed to, the usual video. Well, I'm trying to keep things somewhat educated for now in this rant. In other rants, I'll probably just go straight video and just have fun putting words up and other pictures off to the side in the corner and scare the shit out of myself. Another Freddy Fazbear jump scare that made me fall over and nearly bust my ass. But we're not going to worry about any of that right now. We are going to worry about the point at hand, which is AU, OC, and OC2. What is OC2? Actually, OC2 is nothing more than AU, but we're going to go into that in just a moment. Let's start with the basics, the OC. What is OC, you ask? OC is original character or original concept, as you see on the picture here. That's all it means. Original character, original concept. As in the defining things of roleplay and the definitions in roleplay that I've done in a different video, I've already said pretty much an original concept would be a green hedgehog that can summon Cthulhu in the Sonic universe, and then the original character, not the original concept, but the original character, would be one called Cthulhu, who summons Cthulhu, because, it's a thing. Its original character is not from any media source, it's just something made up off the top of my fucking head, and if it's actually a thing, oh well, I'm sorry, I apologize. Moving along. That's no C. Straightforward, to the point. It's a character created to be within a universe, but the character has not been established. Straightforward. Bar none. AU is pretty much taking a canon character, a household product name like Batman, Superman, etc., taking a canon character and changing part of their lore to where it would alter their canon in general. Give you an example. Let's say Bruce Wayne wasn't the one shot, but it was Thomas Wayne who was shot, and then Martha. Nope. Wait, scratch that, reverse. Scratch that, reverse. Normal universe, it's Bruce who was not shot, Thomas and Martha were. The alternate universe, as you saw in Flashpoint, if you've ever seen Flashpoint, if you have not seen Flashpoint, I'm sorry for you, it's actually pretty amusing. It's a great example of AU. A great example was the fact that Bruce was the one that got shot, Martha became the Joker, and Thomas became Batman. That's an alternate universe. Again, as I stated in the definitions, if you really want a good example of multiverse, single ship, an alternate universe, you want to hit up The One, starring Jet Li. I kid you not, this movie covers all three of those. And they do it in a very straightforward way. So if you're really having problems seeing this as a thing, you can't be multiverse and single ship. Yes, you can, and it shows. They have a way to prove it. Just follow along with the premise, and you got it. Okay? Now, the reason why I bring all this up is because AU and OC, I've broken them both down, right? Guess what the definition of OC2 is? Now, for some of you who don't understand, because on Twitter, it's not going to say OC2, it's going to say OC. This is the second definition of OC. This is pretty much textbook definition of alternate universe. Their version of OC is textbook definition of alternate universe. They take a character that is very well established, a canon character that is very well established, known for certain things in one universe, and then they remove them from that universe and put them in a different one. Let me give you an example of what I mean by this. Okay? We all know Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, from the X-Men, is a Marvel property. I want to make Cyclops. I'm going to take him as a canon character. I'm going to take him out of Marvel, and I'm going to put him in DC. And I'm going to call him an OC. No. Fuck you. That is not how that shit works. That is the literal, textbook definition of AU. When you take a canon character and remove them from one universe to put them in a different universe, that is AU, not OC. However, in Twitter, because like I said, not everyone's the sharpest knife in the drawer, the brightest crayon around in the box. Because of this, they actually come around. They come around and will have the audacity to tell you, this is a OC. My OC is named Scott Summers. I'm in the DC universe. I shoot an optic blast. Lasers out the eyes. from a different dimension in my eyelids and all that heavy crap. My girlfriend is usually known as Jean Grey. You get where I'm getting at. We'll have his exact same backstory, 100%. We'll have exact same powers, 100%. We'll have everything, 100% of the exact same person, but they just happen to be in the DC universe instead of the Marvel universe, so now they're going to be called an OC? No, bitch. That is AU. By textbook definition, that is AU. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this. And I don't know who the hell let that slide in the first place. And when I see that shit, I'm going to break into that person like a motherfucking Batman. I'm going to go at him hard. Because that is not what OC means. Was an original concept by putting them into a different universe. No, it's not an original concept. They already have their concept set. They're already canon. They're already canon. I understand if you want to be lazy and shit. And that's what some people feel. That's what some people feel AU is, being lazy. It's not being lazy. It really isn't. AU happens across the board. In fact, as I stated in the definitions, all characters, all role players, no matter if you play a canon character or not, you are AU. Again, unless you have the exact book and you are doing the exact motions and doing the exact same thing and having the exact same speech pattern and looking the exact same way and dressed the exact same way, which really isn't the point because everyone goes, well, this is my version of the Flash and I want to put my own spin on it. That's AU! That is quite textbook AU! I don't care that y'all want to put canon. And I presumed everyone's AU because they are all AU. So it's pointless to put it all in. If everyone put AU in theirs, it's pointless. It is pointless for all canon characters to put AU in theirs. It is absolutely 100% pointless unless you have balls and you're going to do it anyway. Because again, AU has such a negative connotation. It's lazy. No, motherfucker. That's actually stepping outside of the box. That means they know they're stepping outside of the box and they're probably going to get shit for it, but they're doing it anyway. In fact, let me help you with a quick example of a difference of canon AU. Besides the Batman Flashpoint thing. You know, Bruce getting shot, Thomas becoming Batman, Martha becoming Joker. As opposed to the normal universe where Thomas and Martha both got shot and Bruce survived. I'll give you another example. Marvel had what if version of comics. They literally said, what if this happened? What if Mr. Sinister led the X-Men? What if Magneto succeeded in killing Charles Xavier? What if? Things like that. They had AU where they just literally threw it out. They just had a heyday. What if this storyline? Let's try this out and see where this goes in the comic. Whoosh. So DC did it, Marvel did it. It happens. It's okay. AU is okay. Because everyone's AU by default. Are we good? Are we clear on this? And the reason why I bring this up is because people try to hide behind OC when they mean AU. They try to hide behind OC. So this means other people look at these OCs and go, oh, so that's your original character, huh? Wow, how creative. Woo! Wow, that must have... Wow, the fact that you even came up with Scott Summers, whew, wow, and dating a girl named Jean Grey, whoa, that's just mind-boggling. How did you even come up with such an original idea? It's amazing. I think I like your character as the most original character of all time. I know you're trying to avoid the Mary Sue, Gary Stu thing, but this is the most original character I have ever seen in DC ever. Some guy shooting lasers out of his eyeballs. Oh, hi, Clark. You see what I'm getting at? You're not a canon character. You're not an OC character by taking a canon and just throwing them in a different universe. That is AU. By textbook definition, that is AU. That's an alternate universe version. It's okay to say this is an alternate universe version. It's okay to say that. As soon as you say, I am a multiverser, you accepted the fact that you are AU. If you say multiverse, if your character is multiverse, I'm a canon character. I am the Batman. And I will roleplay with canon characters, original characters. I am multiverse. As soon as you say stuff like that, You are AU by default. 100%. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it's okay. You can say canon and AU. You can have both hashtags. It's okay. It is. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. That said, for some of you with lesser known canons, you know, those villains that show up a few times but they're canon, but they aren't majorly known because they're not in movies. Being one example. Or being from an anime that's older that people have never really seen because it's an older anime. Oh, pardon me. That cold kicked my ass. Anyway, point being, some of y'all got the joke. But the point being, for those kind of characters that are actually canon but are lesser known because, you know, time and all that, I would suggest that you put a hashtag canon, you know, # canon. Just put that in your bio. Maybe the last thing that's written out there. #, say, aka hashtag canon. That's it. Because when someone sees that and they go, canon, they actually stop for a minute. That triggers the brain to go, wait, that's a canon character? So that's when they shut the fuck up and they'll look on Google and actually do a character search. Most of the time. Other times they sit down and go, canon? Yeah, whatever. But depending on the average intelligent person, when they see that, they'll be like, wait, I don't know who this person is, but they say they're canon. Let me take a look. And they'll pop it into Google, and Google will bring up the character. Oh shit, it is canon. Oh, well. Oh damn, I didn't know that. No one's expecting you to know 100% of everybody 100% of the time. That's fine. Just be certain. If you know that you're using a lesser known character that is a canon character, throw that little hashtag in there. Throw it in your bio, just to cover your ass. So when people click on it and they ask, what the hell? You're a canon character? It's like, yes, I am. That's why I put it in the freaking bio. That's why it's right there. I have a seat over there. But that's the end of this rant for today. I hope y'all got the point. There's OC, which is original character, which is something that you pretty much make up from scratch. Even if you use a base for something and move off of that, that's still an AU. That's still OC. That's fine. AU, taking a lore character or lore. AU is taking a canon character and messing with their lore in some point to change the common household lore. Bruce no longer being Batman, Bruce being Catman because he was definitely afraid of cats. And he wound up dating Batwoman, who replaced Catwoman because the other Batwoman became Catwoman with red hair and was, yeah, you get the idea. Pretty much you mess with lore, and it's supposed to trickle down, but you mess with lore, it's an alternate universe. Straightforward, bar none. And the second definition of OC, so if you see an OC and it says, I'm Bobby Drake, and I'm in DC, and they call me Iceman, and you can look through their stuff and it says the exact same canon stuff, but they call themselves OC, I'm not saying harass them. I'm saying point it out to them. That is AU, not OC. Fix that hashtag. Because one, it makes the people who play OCs, makes them look bad. And two, it makes you look like an idiot because you don't know what the fuck OC means. So that said, I'm Double R. I'm out. Have yourselves a good time. And drink plenty of water. Or something. I don't know. I'm not a Saturday morning cartoon. I don't have these nice public announcements at the end. I should probably do that. Probably should get some PSA announcements. PSA announcements, okay. Public service announcements. Public service announcements. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do that. I'm Double R and I'm out.